Disclaimer. Before we start this video, just remember, this is my first impressions. I have not finished the game yet. If you want to see a video going over the entire game, I suggest you go watch Cole or Rudy's videos. If they're out by the time this video comes out, then they will be in the description below. If not, their channel links are already down there, so please don't bitch at me. Thanks. Whore. Sonic Colors is one of my favorite Sonic games. In fact, it's in my top 3. So when the remaster was announced, you can definitely bet your ass that I was a little hyped. The game was said to look better. It was also said to run in 60 FPS on every single platform, except for the Switch. And there's even going to be more content to give the game more replay value, which I honestly think Sonic Colors really needed back then. As the game grew closer, I was one of the people that became concerned about the game's, quality. Tropical Resort didn't look that different from when we saw it back in March, and spoiler alert, it still doesn't look that great. The cosmetics are sick as shit, but I don't have that many of them. As I said in the disclaimer, I have not finished the game yet. This is just my first impression. As I'm going through my first playthrough, I can confirm that it's still just Sonic Colors. Even from what I've seen other people play, hell, even from what I've seen of some of my other friends play, it's still just Sonic Colors. The game is perfectly playable. The remixes aren't exactly my thing, but I'm gonna be doing a whole video on that on my other channel, just called Ryden. If you want to see that video, go down, subscribe to that channel, turn on notifications, that way you can get alerted whenever that video comes out. Thanks. Now, what are some things I like about the game? Well, for starters, I do enjoy how you can map the buttons to your liking. I do, however, still wish that the quick step could be mapped to the shoulder buttons. I'm complaining about this in 2021. Sega, what the fuck? Also, the custom shit is pretty cool, I won't lie. I also like the collectibles, like the little tokens you can find throughout the levels. Yeah, I like those. Now on to the stuff I don't like, which honestly there isn't a whole lot. Now granted, again, I haven't finished the game, but this is just from what I've played and what I've seen. I do think the game looks pretty good, but I also will admit that there's a little too much bloom, especially in the PC, PS4, and Xbox One versions of the game. Now in fairness, it does work in some areas. Starlight Carnival, for example, looks fucking beautiful. Everywhere else, honestly, I didn't really like it. Terminal Velocity, from what I saw, looks fine with the bloom, but Sweet Mountain, Tropical Resort especially, Aquarium Park, Asteroid Coaster, and Planet Wisp especially did not benefit whatsoever from the bloom. Going into another thing I don't like, and this is a very no shit thing and everyone's complaining about it, but the audio mixing is fucking atrocious. I won't go into too much detail about it because that's going to be brought up in the video going up on my other channel. But it's still annoying and I'm still going to bitch about it, so blow me. The level design is pretty much the same as the original, with some differences here and there. Thanks to the J-Wiz returning from Team Sonic Racing. Just like that game, it allows you to turn into a ghost. But only in this game, you're about slow as shit. Don't get me wrong, I like the Jade Wisp enough, but I just wish it was faster. The cutscenes are just AI upscaled, which, if I'm honest with you, I really never cared about the whole AI upscaling thing. As a no shit, I think they look better than the original and the Switch version, but whatever.
Talk about the Switch version. Shut your mouth.
Anyway, the PS4, PC, and from what I know, the Xbox versions of the game are pretty good. I'll probably make another video on colors when I finish my first run, but honestly, from what I've played so far, I'd recommend it if you have 40 bucks just lying around. Anyway, with that being said, thank you guys so much.
I said talk about the Switch version. The Switch version has more issues in terms of its performance, has load times that can compare it to Sonic 06, which I had to stress is not a good thing. And I think the game looks a little bit better because there's less bloom. Blow me. Oh, I will. Get out.
So there you have it. There's my first impressions on Sonic Colors Ultimate. In short, I really do like the game so far. I think it looks pretty alright for the most part. I think the Jade Ghost is pretty cool. It's a little too slow, and the game controls just as well as it did before. The downsides are downsides, but I can look past them because at the end of the day, I really don't care. The extra content I think is actually pretty useful to give replay value to a game that kind of needed it, but other than that, if you haven't played Sonic Colors, I'd recommend it, and even then, if you want to revisit it, this is probably the best way to go about it. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, I have a video going up probably next week on my other channel called Ryden, not DemonicRyden, just Ryden, about the music. So if you want to see that, go over there, subscribe, turn on notifications, that way you can get notified whenever that video goes up, I guess. And I'll see y'all in the next video on this channel. Adios.